here.
What's good? It's your boy Rico, and it's raining outside. But nonetheless, welcome to another episode of Pokemon Duel. Actually, it's a new series that we're introducing, and it's called Identifying Misplays, okay? I'm going to go over this game. It's a really, really good game, too. Let's take a look at Team Preview real quick. 2 Deoxys, he's got the Hurdle Jump, the Gold Block, that's what I'm fearing. He's got the Zekrom and Rushroom duo, and a Genesect. Not really fearing Genesect. But here, I'm just like, anytime there's a Deoxys A, like, you have to be worried immediately about Deoxys A, because a Deoxys A can change the dynamic of a game by himself. Now here, Farquhar, he decides to move up his Latias up front. I'm not really fearing Latias, so I figure my best mon to challenge the Latias is my Whimsicott. Here's misplay number 1. Very, very risky to attack. I mean, I do have a good opportunity to take out the speed, but say if I would have got the dodge or the miss, game would have been over right there. He would have taken over my goal. So that's misplay number 1. But it worked out in my favor. Got him out of the game early, and I brought T-Tar on the board because, you know, T-Tar likes to shake things up a bit with Earthquake. So I'm like, okay, that's not a bad start. It was a risky start, but it paid off. Sometimes you got to take risks. Sometimes you have to take risks to get the rewards. Because if you don't ever take the risk, you're never gonna be in the highlight reel. You know what I mean? So now it brings up Deoxys A, and here I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, I don't want him coming up that close to my goal. So I need to do something to block him off. And I think the only option here, I'm checking out his plates real quick. The only option here is just to bring up T-Tar, just to kind of block him off. And so that's what I do. I don't remember what my opponent does here. Okay, he brings up Genesect. So he brings up Genesect. And I look at him real quick, and I'm like, okay, I look at his wheel. I'm like, he has a decent chance to hit a miss, I thought. So that's why I brought my Poliwhirl up on him. So he comes up and he attacks me with Deoxys A, and I'm like, oh, here we go. Just to have the ability to make me respin or make himself respin is so ridiculous. And he takes me out, and he takes me out with these. Now, I know he only moves 2 spaces, so I'm not really too worried about putting Whimsicott on the goal. And if I did, that would be a mistake, because then he brings... His Latias takes my entry point, and then he has all the forward pressure. So what I decided to do here is I was like, I'm not really afraid if he moves up close to Whimsicott, so I'm going to bring my Lucario. That way it'll be my turn next, and then I can move myself on the entry point, and I'm okay, because I still have... I have ways to defend my goal in case he takes me out. So here, he hits me. I get the attack. He gets the Delusional Slip. I think he misclicks here because he chose to make me respin when he should have made himself respin. So I think he accidentally misclicked. So then it's my turn, and I decided to bring up Shuppet on the board. And Shuppet's the man. You always have to be aware where Shuppet is on the board. So I put him right next to my Whimsicott just in case he wants to be aggressive with his Latios, but he's not. And he brings up Deoxys A on the board, and I'm like, okay. So now I have an opportunity just to bring up my Palkia, just because, you know, why not? I have nothing else to do. I'm not going to attack with anything else. I don't have the attacking mons to really do anything, so I have to just play off their mistakes. And he comes and he attacks my Shuppet. He gets the Delusional Slip away again, which he should have made himself respin. I don't know why he did it, but that was good for me because now I get to bring up forward pressure with my Shuppet. So now he has to either move Latias on the goal or he has to use his goal block. And I'm pretty sure that's what he does. He uses his goal block, which I think I agree with that move, because you don't want to remove Latias from the center of the board. You don't want to have a Latias on the goal. So I agree with the move he makes there. So I take this opportunity to take the entry point. So now he has to set everything up on the top right. So he brings his Reshiram on. And I take this opportunity. My Poliwhirl's doing nothing. He's kind of useless in that corner. So I want to bring everything up in the center. I want to control the center. I want to start pressuring that right side a little bit. So then he brings his Deoxys A back on the board. This move right here, that's a mistake. I had no reason to bring up Poliwhirl. There's absolute no reason to get attacked like this, because boom. Against a high mon like that, I should have looked at the statistics better. That was another misplay. Misplay on my part. I think that's misplay number 2. Okay, so anyway, I decided to take this opportunity. I bring up my Palkia because, again, like I say, the goal is to control the center. And here, oh, he uses Overdrive. I didn't know what Overdrive did, so I kind of paused for a minute. I checked out his cards, and I kind of looked at Overdrive. Basically, it Removes all special conditions affecting that Pokemon while that Pokemon is on the field. That Pokemon deals plus 30 damage. And I think it's until his next turn. So I had to keep that in mind. I'm like, okay, so his next attack is going to be plus 30. I got to keep that in mind. So I bring my Palkia back because he's starting to pressure me. And what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to set up a trap. I'm trying to get his Latias to attack my Whimsicott so I can get my Shuppet to attack it. I'm like, okay, it's working. All I got to do is survive. He's going to fall asleep. But it doesn't come through. Takes out my Whimsicott, and I'm like, oh man. So this, I agree with this play. I had nothing to lose by putting my Lucario on the board. I shouldn't have moved up my Palkia. I should have moved up my Lucario, and that gives me an opportunity to bring my T-Tar back on the board, which was good. So that's what I do. And here, this is a misplay I do again right here. Not that part. I just moved. I was just thinking. I'm like, what should I do? I just kind of moved there. And he moves up his Deoxys A. He doesn't feel threatened by my Shuppet, but he should have been. So here, I think this is a misplay. I use a double chance. I think I should have went for the Rush Room. Even though he had the plus 30, I would have rather went against him with like an X attack, because if I took him out, then I would have been able to get the double kill with Shuppet. But I don't. But I stay alive, so I'm like, okay. That's good. Falling asleep. I'm like, see you later, Latias. Latias is off the board. I have the advantage now. It's 6-5. The hallucination is real. Peace, bro. I'm pretty sure he was a little upset right there. It's okay. He's kind of thinking. He's like, oh, what do I do? So now he brings up the stupid Deoxys A. A 130. Dude, that attack is so ridiculous. Anyway, he takes out my Palkia, and I'm like, okay. I think, for me, the only play here to stay in the game is the Hurdle Jump, because I don't want him right next to my Lucario, so that's what I do. Here's my Hurdle Jump. I used it just to protect myself, just have more opportunities just in case T-Tar dies. He takes my entry point here, and then what I decided to do next was I decided to use my X attack here because I can't do anything with Shuppet. I can't do anything with Lucario. This is the only move to make. And I'm like, all right, let's get this party going. Give me that EQ. Give me that EQ. No, I get the crunch. He gets the fusion flare, and because he has plus 30, we negate each other's attacks, cancel each other out. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I'm still on the board. That's good. I don't remember what Farquhar does next. I think I have three misplays that I've identified. On myself. Now here he hurdle jumps. I don't agree with this play. This is a misplay on his end, because then you got to be aware where Shuppet is. You have to be aware where Shuppet is. Like, he was trying to trap my Lucario. I get what you were doing, but you can't forget where Shuppet is. That's two surround Shuppet got. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So now I take this opportunity. I bring up my Polyra on the board just in case, because if I'm setting him up, I'm like, come at me, Zekrom. Come at me. You didn't know where Shuppet was twice. I'm going to get you again. And he makes, I mean, he comes in and attacks me, which is, it's a mistake. It's a mistake from that end, because in the event that I survive, like I do, guess what? You gotta be aware where Shuppet is. Bye-bye, Deoxys A. Now I'm like, okay, we're really good. It's 5v6. Deoxys A is off the board. I have a really, really, really good shot at winning now. So I'm very happy with the way I'm playing. I'm being very patient. My eye is really, really good this game. So he takes this opportunity. He attacks me with Zekrom. He gets the fly away because I got that ability. And I'm like, you got to fly away, bro. You got to jump over me. You got to fly away because you're scared. You're scared of a Poliwhirl. So now I decide to bring up Shuppet. I moved him up there because I'm like, all right, I'm going to set a trap to trap this Zekrom. In the event his speed gets the dodge. And that happens, I'm like, oh my goodness, Shuppet is coming through. That is 3 surrounds. That's Deoxys A gone. That's Zekrom gone. That's Reshiram gone. Shuppet is taking everybody out. So here, I believe Farquhar decides to take my entry point, which I think is a mistake. Because Shuppet just got 3 kills, 3 surrounds in a row. I think you should have taken out Shuppet. But he doesn't. He takes my entry point. That's fine. And now here the goal is I need to try and bring up my Poliwhirl so I can put him on the left side of his Genesect so I can trap. Right here my heart is racing. I'm like, Okay, make a mistake, and we got this game. We got the win in the bag. Make a mistake. Farquhar's not that dumb. He doesn't attack me though. So I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of checking my cards because I'm like, do I have my hurdle jump? But I don't. I used it. I'm like, all right, so now I have to move up T-Tar. I have to move up T-Tar. 3v4, I got this. And he makes a mistake. I don't think he should have attacked. I mean, he had a chance to get in the gold, but it wasn't that likely. So I'm like, okay, I'm really not scared of speed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue my attack upward to surround the Genesect. A little risky, not I mean, based on the okay. So actually, yeah, what I was thinking, I was like, you know what, it is kind of risky. So I'm gonna bring T-Tar back as insurance. It's just in case something like this happens. I get the miss. So the good news is now, since I did that, if I would have moved up my T-Tar up forward, that would have been game right there. So it was a good thing I moved him back for insurance because now I can put him on the goal. And now this Deoxys speed has no chance of taking me out. So here, I think he makes a misplay. What does he do? I think he tries to attack me with speed. With like a plus 30. I don't agree with it. Yeah, X attack. Mistake. Misplay on his part because... Could he have taken me out? I think I have an attack that does 60. So, I mean, he could have, but the chances were slim there. So here I had the opportunity to trap his speed. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to trap his speed because that brings Deoxys A back on the board, so I'm not going to trap him. That's why I didn't trap him. So I was like, I'm playing very well. That is a good play on my part. I'm not going to trap him. I don't want Deoxys A back on the board. So now I'm like, okay, so what I'm trying to do here is take the entry point. He makes a mistake there. He should have went back to because I get the counter. He should have went back to Genesect. I'm like, my heart is racing here. I'm like, it is game. We got this. We're gonna surround him. There's no. I mean, I have a good opportunity here. That's game over. So I'm like so happy here. I'm like, yes, we got it. We got it. He moves his restroom. He attacks my Apollo Whirl, and I'm like, all I gotta do is survive. All I gotta do is survive. He gets the fly, and I'm like, no. And here's my fourth mistake, the biggest mistake of the game. Oh wait, no, not here. Sorry. He makes the correct play. Anyway, he ruined my plan by getting the fly. He comes over and he attacks my Shuppet. Actually, that was a mistake right there on my part, actually. Because he takes out my Shuppet. I should have taken the entry point with my Whimsicott is what I should have done. Well, actually, no. That's an okay play. That was an okay play. That's what I did. Because I moved Whimsicott up there just in case he did take out my Shuppet. And he does. And now I have the entry point. So I'm like, okay, we're still in a good spot. He gets the EQ. I'm like, okay. Take these two mons out. Get the triple kill in this game. We're going home. No one gets a miss. Deoxys A is back on the board, and here's the biggest mistake of the game that I make. Mistake number 4, misplay. I attack with Poliwhirl. The only reason why I attacked with Poliwhirl is because I was so upset of the events leading up right there. If I would have taken out that entry point, I would have had the opportunity to move up. And I don't. And he brings Deoxys A, the biggest threat of the game, back on the board. And like an idiot, like I said, I'm just so angry at this point. I'm like, I need to attack him. I need him to get the miss because I want to get the trap. And I couldn't have got the trap because I don't have Shuppet on the board. It was just a complete waste. It was a mistake. The biggest mistake, like I said. At this point, like I told you, I'm super upset. And I'm just I'm not thinking. I'm playing horrible. And that stupid Deoxys A, like I said, alone has the ability to change the dynamic of the game. I get the EQ though. Nobody spins a miss. All I have is my Palkia to move it back on the board. I'm like, please get that delusional slip. You think he gets it? No, he doesn't get it. And he's such a dick, and he makes me spin for no reason. Like, this guy is such a dick. So, I mean, the only thing I could do here is bring my Lucario on the board, but it's near impossible to do anything against us because of his ability. I get the dodge, he gets the dodge, and being a dick, again, Farquhar, I hate you. He makes me spin just to be an asshole. Like, ugh. Anyway. That was a very exciting game. I played really, really well until the very end. Fourth quarter, crunch time. Like, I had a huge lead, and I just ruined everything. Like, I was so upset, and I shouldn't have let my emotions take over after the game. I should have been level-headed. I should have taken the entry point. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that game. But, fair warn, all of you, Once I get my hands on a Deoxys A, everybody's getting rocked because I'm mad. Till next time.